Hey, good evening, everybody. It's Carl. Welcome to the bathroom. It's Monday evening. That means it's time for the Monday night shave. Hope everybody's having a great week. Mine's been okay so far. I mean, it's only the first day of the week, so gotta have a shave. Getting ready for work tomorrow. Got 3 or 4 days worth of scruff that needs to go away. Gonna be spending some time in the mask this next week, so gotta make sure it fits. Well, what are we going to use today, or tonight, I should say? Well, for the razor, the Merkur Futur, adjustable, super fancy brushed steel razor, and I am going to try it at a level 2 today. This razor is very aggressive on my face, so about 2 or 3 is about as high as I can go on that one. For this cream, we'll be using the Arko Maximum or Extra Comfort, Extra Performance, sorry. In the, I can never remember this guy's name, Mr. Smith, and the Doug Smith or George Smith lathering bowl. And then I had planned on using the Vanderboss brush, but that happened when I was wringing out the water, so that needs to be dried out and get an application of JB Weld. So we decided to go ahead and switch to the It's Just Shaving 2018 group brush. So yeah, hope everybody's doing well. Like I said, I'm doing okay. Had the day off. Back to work tomorrow. And man, I'm glad I had the day off because we got like 3 or 4, or about 2 to 3 inches of snow yesterday. And it warmed up in the day, in the daytime hours. Even though the snow accumulated, it got warm enough to where some of it started to melt off, and then it froze. We got below freezing overnight, so there was a lot of ice on the roadway, and luckily I didn't have to wake up and go to work and drive and that stuff, so I was very excited about that. And it was amazing to see snow. I mean, it started snowing around 9 a.m., and I want to say it snowed for about 8 hours straight yesterday, which is very unusual for Texas. It's very unusual for us to get that much of an accumulation in this part of Texas. So tons of Facebook posts and posts of friends and family, pictures, landscapes, all that good stuff. It was really cool to see and experience. And you know, as I was sitting and thinking about it, that makes 3 years in a row this Texas boy has seen snow. Saw snow on my hunting trip in 2019 up in South Dakota. Saw snow in 2020 in New York when I went to go visit my brother. And then now in 2021, we got a little snow at home. It was also pretty interesting because I did text with my brother in New York while the snow was coming down, and my buddy in South Dakota, and neither one of them had had that much snow in their area so far, and neither one of them had snow yesterday at all. So very unusual that Texas gets snow and South Dakota and New York doesn't. So very interesting, very cool. Did get a little worried because after several hours, some of the trees in the back of the apartment complex started getting heavy and cracking. One actually fell, and then another one cracked where it wanted to fall, but it was blocked by the trees under it, so didn't actually quite fall. But that made me nervous because all of the parking in the complex is tree covered, so after that tree broke in my backyard, it was a mad dash to rush outside and find a parking spot that wasn't under heavy tree cover just in case they cracked. Fortunately, none of the trees in the front of the building cracked. Nobody that I know of had any car damage. My truck was safe, even if I would have left it in its original spot. No problem, but there you go. So that was the excitement of yesterday. I mean, and portions of today for those who had to drive in it. But yeah, just snow in Central Texas. It was a great, exciting event. And it was a great distraction from all the craziness that's going on in the world. A friend of mine on Facebook put it very well. He said it was nice to see pictures of smiling faces and pretty landscapes as opposed to politics and coronavirus. So he absolutely nailed it. Very good to get a break from that stuff. Then by this afternoon, most of the snow, pretty much all, was gone. We got up to the low 40s today as our high, so only maybe a few of the spots that were hidden in the shadows didn't completely melt out. So, man, first pass, really nice. Got a pimple there. I don't know if I cut it or not. It's not bleeding, but it's awful red and irritated, so we shall see what happens. First pass, very nice. A little irritated. Not irritated, but a little tuggy on the neck area. I don't know if I mentioned what blade I have in the razor today, but it's a brand new Derby Extra. Not my favoriteest blade, but it's just the one that I grabbed out of the cabinet. So, I don't think I've ever used it in the Merkur, so it's a good test. And it could have nothing to do with the blade. Like I said, this razor, even at these low settings, is always a bit rough on my face. And I don't know why it is, but it just is. But I always get a decent shave with it. Sometimes I get a little irritation, sometimes I get some nicks and cuts, but it's always a nice shaver. I just wish I could get my money's worth and open it up and use it to its full potential. But I think one time I experimented with like maybe a 4 or a 5, and it was a miserable shave for me. So many weepers, so much irritation that I swore I'd never do it again. And so now 2, maybe 3, 2.5 is about as high as I go on the blade gap for this monster. Some people can shave with it, all the way open. It opens up to what, 7, 6, 6.5, no problem. I'm just not one of those guys. But I remember when I first got into wet shaving, this was like it was relatively new and everybody wanted one. And it took me, I didn't get one until about a year or so into my wet shaving experience. And by then they had already made the Chinese clone, the Q shaves, and there were a couple other ones, Ming Shi 1000 or whatever. But I still bought the original. I don't regret it, even though I don't use it very often. It is a nice shaver every now and again. When it came out, I want to say it was relatively expensive, around $60 or so. By the time I bought mine, I think I got it for about $45. And then right after I ordered mine, the Chinese clones came out, and you could get them for about $15 or $20. I did end up buying one of the Ming Shis just to have it. And I was going to do a giveaway. I was going to do a comparison, and then the YouTube market was flooded with people doing comparison videos and overviews. So I decided to scrap that idea. I put it up for a giveaway in a couple of contests over the years. Nobody ever chose it. The winners never chose it. So it's still sitting brand new, unused in my cabinet. Maybe I'll bust it out and use it, or maybe use it as a giveaway, or piff it to somebody who needs one or wants one. I mean, I'm gonna make myself. My special lady friend's got a son. He's right on the edge of needing to learn how to shave. So maybe if he isn't a scare, get him into wet shaving. I've always joked over the years with people that, you know, because I've never really wanted to, never really wanted to have kids, or never really thought I could after chemotherapy. Such a high chance that I was left sterile. But I would love to have had a son to teach how to do this and straight razor shaving, pass on the legacy. But there's plenty of guys out there on YouTube who are, or not on YouTube, but in the wet shave community who are doing it. So it's not going to die by any means. I mean, shoot, when I got into it, I thought it was a dead art until I started searching on YouTube and found that there were so many people still doing it. So there you go. And speaking of there you go, that's the shave. Not a lot to chat about. Just a quick Monday night shave to get ready for work. Just doing a couple pickups here. Probably gonna overshave. I think I did nick that thing open and get rinsed off. All right. Let's see what the alum has to say. Oh, no problem. Yeah, maybe I could have shaved at a 3. Maybe so. Also, while I was getting ready for the shave, I realized what I haven't done in a while is the one of my Lord L6 blade reviews. So hopefully this year I'll get back into that a little bit. Let me rinse this off. Got to dig through the cabinet and find some blades that I haven't used in that thing for the reviews. You guys know me, I'm a lazy YouTuber, so I usually just grab what is handy. So all that planning and stuff, not my thing. Anyway, for the post, I'll be using a little bit of the AquaVelva musk. Read a pretty interesting article on the art of manliness the other day. Posted it to my Facebook if you follow me. But he tested all of the old school drugstore scents and gave his rundown. And Old Spice, AquaVelva, English Leather, Brute, Stetson, and much to his surprise, he enjoyed them and decided to keep using most of them in some form or fashion. So pretty interesting. All right, Nivea Men's Cooling Post Shave Balm. If it'll come out. There we go, just a touch. All right, and that's it. That's all. Thank you guys and gals so much for spending a little time with me. Sorry there wasn't much going on. It was a relatively quick shave with not a lot to say. But I figured I'd make a video anyway. Maybe somebody would enjoy it. I enjoyed making it. Thank you for your time. As always, I appreciate your views, your comments, your likes, your subscribes, all that good stuff. Thank you for all the support. Have a great week. Hope the upcoming week treats you well. No matter what you do, go spend some time with your friends and family because it is very important. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great night. God bless.